wrapped around us. Before the screen became the sky, we were something warm and honest. We were more than ones and zero light. Do you remember what it felt like? Do you remember how to breathe? Where the air forgets to move. I've been falling without distance. I've been falling into you. And gravity falls silent here. And gravity falls silent. Hold me where the world stops spinning. Hold me where the dark begins. I don't need to know the ending. I just need to feel again, 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 again. There's a phantom in the frequency, whispering beneath the floor. Every pulse is a confession, every beat is asking more. Can you hear it? Can you hear it now? Under the skin, the frequency finds you, it pulls you in. Built a city out of crystal, every wall designed to shine, but the cracks let in the morning, and the morning wasn't kind. And I can see right through it now. Every perfect thing comes down on the glass horizon, where the sky meets the fall. I was beautiful and broken, I Behind the neon veil you're hiding 1,000 versions of your face. I've seen you flicker through the static. I've watched you vanish without trace. Show me what you are. Show me what you are in the dark, 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 dark. Behind the neon veil, nothing is real and nothing fails. Behind the neon veil, we wear the light like second skin. We let the night begin. Your silhouette against the signal. Your shadow burned into the screen. I can't tell where you end and I begin. We're somewhere lost and in between. Behind the neon veil, nothing is real, nothing fails. We planted seeds in borrowed soil and called the ruins paradise. We hung our hopes on willow branches and watched them bend beneath the sky. But fire doesn't ask permission. Fire doesn't wait for spring. In the garden we burned. Every flower was a lesson we never learned. In the garden algorithm. I died beneath the digital sky, but something deeper kept on breathing. Something refused to say goodbye. Every ending was a doorway. Every silence was a scream. I am reborn in static. I am the ghost inside the beam. I am reborn in static. More alive. feeling, not the wound, but what it left. After image, burning softly on my skin. After image, where the light has always been. I close my eyes and still I see the shape of what you did to me. After image, beautiful and thin. I'm not haunted, I'm just holding every shadow like a friend. Some things don't need to be forgotten. Some things live beyond the end. After image, burning softly on my skin. After image, where the light has always been.
We drew the blueprints on the water. We built the walls from morning light. Every room was made of music. Every hallway led to sky.
I held the ceiling with my singing. You held the floor with just your hands. We didn't need a foundation. We only needed to understand
that nothing solid lasts forever,
but nothing beautiful needs to. We are the architects of air, building temples out of sound. We are the architects of air. What we make can't touch the ground,
but it fills the space between us,
and that space is all we are.
architects of air.
Building castles from the stars. washing the temples clean of time. It doesn't care for names or nations. It only knows the rhythm of the shrine. Listen to the ancient water. Listen to the ancient sound. Thousand-year rain falling through the space where God's once stood. Thousand-year rain washing away everything I thought I understood. And in the flood I finally see the water was never falling on me. I was rising through the rain. My ancestors danced in downpours, their bare feet holy on the mud. They didn't pray for shelter from it, they prayed to become the flood. Thousand-year rain falling through the space where God's once stood. I am rising through the rain. I have carried every darkness, I have swallowed every night. I have buried every version of myself that was afraid to find the light. But the light was never missing. It was scattered, not destroyed. Every person I have ever loved was a star I couldn't avoid. And now I see them, every was never missing. It was scattered, not destroyed. Every person I have ever loved was a star I couldn't avoid, and now I see them, every single one. Every light that ever lived is alive inside my chest. Every love I ever gave away came back and built a nest. I am the sum of every flame that ever kissed the dark. Every light that ever lived left its fingerprint upon my heart, upon my heart, I have carried every darkness. I have carried every darkness. I have carried every darkness. I have swallowed every night. I have buried every version of myself that was afraid to find the light. But the light was never missing. It was scattered, not destroyed. Every person I have ever loved was a star I couldn't avoid, and now I see them, every single one. Every light that ever lived is alive inside my chest. Every love I ever gave away came back and built a nest. I am the sum of every flame that ever kissed the dark. Every light that ever lived left its fingerprint upon my heart. I have carried every darkness. I have swallowed every night. I have buried every version of myself that was afraid to find the light. But the light was never missing. It was scattered, not destroyed. Every person I have ever loved was a star I couldn't avoid, and now I see them, every single one. Every light that ever lived is alive inside my chest. Every love I ever gave away came back and built a nest. I am the sum of every flame that ever kissed the dark. Oh, every light that ever lived left its fingerprint upon my heart. I have kept. Now it starts. I've walked through every room of silence. I've touched the walls of every dream. I've been the signal and the static. I've been the space that falls between.